time, bro. Come back and fix what you broke. Hey, what's good, YouTube? What's good, potential? What's good, sneaky gang? How y'all doing? Hope y'all been sneaking and creeping, staying healthy and wealthy, having motion and flowing like the ocean. Hey, if you don't know, but now you need to know. Hit that clip. Ado, Ado, Ado. We back with another what? Another reaction video. Hey, we gonna be reacting to Lil Woody slams Thug for forgiving Lucci and not Gunna. You know, how you gonna forgive one dude but not Gunna? I think Lucci is because Lucci did what Gunna did, but he forgave Lucci and he didn't forgive Gunna. But hey, all I can say is when I've read this before reacting to it and actually saying, you know what, this is gonna be the one I want to react to just see what's up, what's going on. I legit said to myself, the reason why, and this is what we talked about from the start, from other videos and stuff. I'm gonna get into the video. Stay tuned for what we say at the end and stuff. But the reason why Thug does not want to coincide with Gunna and stuff is because Gunna got better music than Thug. Now I know a lot of people will be like, "How can you say that, bro? What do you mean, bro? Gunna was beneath Thug, bro. You just gotta look at the charts. You just gotta hear the music. I rock with Gunna more than I would ride with Thug if it was the last days on earth with these two singing. I would shut down Thug and say, please, go in the grave and get buried. But Gunna, keep singing, please, till my last breath of hearing. Swear. But let's get into the clip, man. Enough of just talking, bro. Gotta get in. Hey, wait a minute. Oh my gosh.
Power on.
It happening. It be happening. It just be happening. Please stop it.
Trapmore Gang, I'm back with another reaction, and we're in
Why
for
is
an
it low?
interesting one today. Our boy YSL Woody, okay, he obviously, okay, shout out to Woody, alright. I rock with Woody, he seems like a cool guy. But he told, okay, in a way, he kind of reverse
What?
told. I always felt like he was almost a reverse snitch because it's like he took the stand and he did so badly as a snitch that Thug managed to get himself out of the jam. Like, is it telling if your telling actually ends up making the whole prosecution's case fall apart and then the guy that you're supposed to be telling on actually ends up walking away and he's out here doing albums and free concerts with people? I don't know, man, because if that's telling, my guy told all the way to get his man's free. Okay, so I always felt like Woody kind of low key was a secret weapon for Thug. I don't think that's how it was intended, but that's how it worked out. And he has had a lot to say ever since this whole situation with Thug. He has just sat down, okay, with Big Bank, all right, on the Big Facts Network, and he is finally speaking his piece about the whole situation with Young Thug and YFN Lucci piecing it up. Everybody's had something to say. You've seen a whole bunch of 6ix9ine clips where he's talking about how you piecing it up with a guy who was shooting at your mum. Like Lucci's mother got shot. It wasn't even shot at. She
What?
got shot. I'm pretty sure she got hit. Like that classic footage where Lucci is doing a hood vlog and he's outside of his house and he's saying the shooters pulled up. They
Oh
shot up the whole
my
house twice in a row.
gosh.
My mum, my kid was in the house. Like, bro, like
Yo.
I look. I've said it before. I do actually.
Bro, he probably dropped his ETA. Somebody probably hit him up and said, hey, bro, like, this is why when I'm out in public, bro, I do what I need to do and I get the hell out. Swear. I'm just sneaky like that. I do what I need to do and I get the hell out. I know if I'm with people, I'll be trying to rush the people. You can ask my cameraman if y'all see him one day. You can ask him. I'll be rushing the hell out of him because I'm like trying to get the hell out of this place because I don't know who's gonna be around the corner. I don't know who's gonna be around the area that's trying to catch somebody, bro. They probably asked him what his ETA is, and the minute he told them, "Oh, I'm here and doing this," somebody backdoored him, and boom, boom, boom. Because how the hell they gonna find out where you at during the time and the process of you shooting that clip unless you told somebody that you trusted? We gotta start thinking now. Let's start thinking. Let's start thinking. By the way, if y'all hungry, get yourself some food. And late at night, I had to get something. I had to eat something. If it's early in the morning for you, you gotta eat something. I'm just saying, get some.
Respect. I think it was a very hard thing to get your head around. Just as somebody that kind of followed this story quite closely, I'd followed the beef between Lucci and Thug for quite a few years. Like even before the YSL trial actually ended up taking place, like, I'd done a big video about the big beef with YFN, and YFN Lucci ended up getting caught up in a case where one of his friends unfortunately passed away, and then the YSL trial all ended up happening. I think within like a year of Lucci getting locked up. But honestly, man, like for anybody that followed that story closely, you had Yak Gotti. He was standing on the back of Lucci's Maybach at the mall. There'd been shootouts. Obviously, this murder of this guy, Big Nut, who was, one of the biggest bloods in America, as Thug described him. A whole beef. Woody was accused of being involved in this stuff. Nut ended up getting killed. The whole thing was just a mess. So the idea that Thug and Lucci pieced it up was just hard for anybody that followed this closely. It was like hard to understand. But I've said it before in videos, man. I got to salute Young Thug and YFN Lucci. Like the only way the streets are going to heal, the only way people are actually going to move forward past these gang wars is, pushing peace, pushing positivity, putting down the guns. But a lot of people felt like, what are you saying to the people that got shot, the people that went to jail, the people that died over this beef? What was it for? What was it all for?
See, you can't cut somebody and tell them sorry right away for no reason. What you cut them for? Hmm? Was it because they did you bad? Was it because they cut you? Was it because they hurt somebody that you knew? Was it because they hurt somebody that was close to you, their friend, family? Like, bro, you can't just cut somebody and say sorry immediately. Either you get cut too, and then both of y'all say sorry. It's just what it is. I'm not gonna go down the block and say, haha, he wearing some wrong colors on his. And even though this happens to a lot of places, either you gang banging or you not, he wearing the wrong colors. You don't want to get out to ask the person. You pull out your phone, you pop. But me personally, bro, I'm not gonna go outside and pop somebody, laugh and say, haha, I just shot them, haha, it's over with. I'm sorry. No. What was your intentions? What was the purpose? What was it? I'm just saying. What really was it?
For nothing. Now, that's not a reason to just keep beefing for eternity. We've got to be
Thank
mature at
you.
some point. Look, I'm not
Thank
in
you.
no street beef,
Hmm.
all right? But at some point, somebody's got to be mature and basically say, enough is enough. We're going to stop the violence.
They never gonna do that.
All the losses that we've all taken, we're going to have to stop the violence and move on. But YSL Woody had his little comment on the situation, and he made a point that I would be making myself, a point that I have brought up. If Lucci and Thug can forgive each other and put this beef to one side, if a situation where mothers are getting shot at and your livelihoods at risk and people are having to get killed because of this, if you can forgive each other for that, why can't you forgive Gunner for taking a plea before you called him a snitch? He ain't a snitch. He took a plea. You took a plea. You all took pleas. All right, and people are still fighting their cases. When Thug took his plea, just like Gunner didn't take his plea first. That guy DK took his, all of this stuff. Okay, we've
Mm.
all, the hypocrisy has all been laid bare. And Woody makes a very good point, man. If you can do all of that with YF and Lucci, why can't you forgive Gunner for his alleged ratting and wasn't really ratting, man? So let's hear what Woody had to say. I thought this was a really interesting tidbit. I had a little teaser of this clip earlier on, and I just wanted to react to this and see what you guys think, man. So let me know what you think. Let's have a listen to Woody.
Move past everything, because if not,
Fire.
it's like, bro, resentment and anger only hurts you. It don't hurt nobody else. Like, nobody else don't give a fuck how you feeling about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You street, my nigga. You want to come out here and act like you forgiving Lucci and work with Lucci and do all this shit with Lucci. You feel what I'm saying? This
That hurt
nigga,
your feeling.
yeah, because you could have did that with Gunner. I don't want it to done to me.
So he's saying it actually hurt his feelings and he felt like he could have done that for Gunner. Now, I think it's super interesting the fact that Woody would even kind of like give his thoughts on this. I mean, he's so close to this situation that it's almost wild that he would even like, put his neck out there and actually even want to comment on something like this. But he did actually get, seen on a live stream earlier on, and I reacted to it in another video. I won't pull it up now, but you can go and dig that up if you want. Where he basically said he kind of had a little mini meltdown, and he was kind of saying, "Look, I was frontlining this beef, like for what? Like I was the one that had to go and crash out and put my life on the line and shoot people and potentially hurt people and kill people and have this on my conscience. I had to take all of this on my shoulders." and then you guys are just, it's just a joke to you. It's just rap beef to you. You guys are making rap disses to each other.
Facts. It's no joke. A shooter or a person that stabs a mugger like GTA 5, right? It's like how I said about the cartels. Do you know the multitude of confidence and the heart that you have to have when you kill multiple people by shooting or just stabbing or just beating up people, the screaming, the cries, the instant fight of fear that you see in their eyes? Do you know the multiple bruh, Lil Woody, I'll tell you right now, he is the strongest soldier out there. King Von was the strongest soldier too. Lil Durk, strongest soldier. NBA Youngboy, all these people that do killings and still are okay and not traumatized, strong soldiers. Because there's some people they talk about, like the military people, when they be killing people in the war, they're still traumatized. They're still traumatized. So for everybody for Young Thug and Lucha to be coming out here and doing all this type of nonsense and joking around and saying, "Oh, this is just rap beef and this," bro. What about the people that had to go shoot? Y'all should really Lil Woody not wrong about saying apologize to Gunna. You have to, cause I'm not gonna go over here doing all this robbing and then you tell my little brother, you a snitch, and I'm over here taking all the fines, all the beat downs. If there's no jail time, but just beat down from the cops, chasing me, beating me, telling me, you going to jail, tying me up, throwing me in the car, telling me, see you on the way to jail. I'm not gonna go through all of that, and then y'all over here playing around. I'm gonna just get to firing. Talk about, yeah, play with it. Y'all be running. Like, damn, bro, he crazy, man. Like, damn, we was just a rap beat, bro. We wasn't serious. Would I be crazy if we start popping because y'all talking nonsense? I wouldn't, because y'all talking nonsense. Talking about it's just a rap beat. Like, what?
I'm the soldier that has to risk my life on the front lines to actually,
Thank you.
stand tall in this beef, and it's a game to you guys, and I'm dealing with real trauma, and I really respected Woody for saying that. I thought that was a really good point. It's all well and good you saying, yeah, Woody dumb, he take medicine, he a crash out, but it's like, bro, it doesn't matter. Does not matter how many IQ points you got. We're still humans. We're still with feelings, and Woody got feelings too. The situations that everybody put Woody into maybe wasn't too fair, and maybe he had his reasons for taking a stand. Now the things ended up playing out in the craziest way that a lot of people didn't expect, but he's saying he was hurt by that.
I'm sorry, but I gotta crash out on you. What you mean by maybe? Huh? Maybe it was wrong. What you mean by maybe? So if I push you through so much trauma and say, oh, he went through so much trauma, but it wasn't that bad, maybe. You gonna look at me some type of way, bro. You gonna look at me some type of way and say, you put me through all this and you say it's maybe? You know what I mean? Thinking game, but talking about maybe. So I put y'all through so much trauma, and then all of a sudden I say it wasn't that bad, or maybe. Y'all gonna look at me like if I could choke you. Oh god damn, what the hell was this? I felt like something sting me in the back. If I could choke you right now, like how Homer Simpson does to Bart Simpson. If I could choke you right now for just saying the trauma you put me through was a maybe. What? You better take that back, man. Best.
That man, he's kind of sticking up for Gunner, and he's saying, why can't you forgive Gunner if you piecing it up with Lucci when that beef was really deadly? And really the disagreement with Gunner was a timing thing. He took his plea, you took your plea. It was all timing, man. Let me play.
It would have seemed more sincere if you did with Gunner. It's been bloodshed, not saying between you and Lucci, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this what make you look bad. You willing to forgive somebody that was trying to hurt you and that you were trying to hurt, but you're not trying to forgive somebody that didn't know any better. They took a plea. Gunner don't go to jail.
Yeah.
Gunner not with all this shit.
So do you think if let's say hypothetically, if goddamn, all right, y'all came home and goddamn.
We came home.
Yeah, y'all not hypothetically. Once y'all came home, y'all just called me, but y'all couldn't do that. But it's like, bro, we're gonna play this shit like it was all a game. Where would YSL be right now? If niggas be like, shit, bro, we all family, we back at home.
Yeah, look at this, right, man? What best friend, what type of friend they have when they been through shit with you, right?
Yeah.
We all made bad decisions. What we learned from.
Yeah.
We all went through that. We learned. We know what and what not they do no more.
Yeah.
So why go choose new friends that ain't never been doing that with you? Because you know how to deal with a
Some
person.
relationships, goddamn. Plea.
Everybody showed Thug how much they love him. Niggas willing to sit in jail for Thug. You heard Slime like Shawty. You heard Moonton. Slug, yeah, everybody. Even though we all know each other, our loyalty was a piece of shit. But all of our loyalty to Thug was what it was. Just be honest, my nigga. So if Thug come home and not do what he did, YSL would have been bigger.
Oh,
That's
tell
not
me.
snitches and rats. You feel what I'm saying? That's not the case. This is not the situation where, like with 6ix9ine situation, where all his co-defendants went to prison. The boys who did go to prison in this case, they went to prison because the state had them debt to the room for what they did.
Already.
That wasn't a RICO. Them boys popped somebody allegedly. For the ones who gonna try to twist this up, they popped somebody and got caught for popping them, and they say, okay, well, since y'all this right here, we just gonna put y'all on this RICO. But that's how it was. They did separately
So
shit.
they all beat the RICO too, but they got charged with what they.
Yeah, so like for instance, you had people sitting in jail for aggravated assaults compared on some stupid shit that they just doing while they was outside. YSL was never a gang. That's what my whole argument to the prosecutors. A gang had structures, it had leadership, it had roles. You know what I'm saying? Protocols and all that stuff. This never had that. This is a whole bunch of motherfuckers doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like that's a really interesting point that Woody's making, because even he was allegedly frontline in this situation, but he was saying, and for the state to call this guy as their star witness and perhaps not even realize the kind of things that he's going to say, like he's saying that YSL wasn't no gang because there weren't no leadership. We was just a whole bunch of crash outs doing whatever the hell we wanted to do, and we were flying, we were fashionable, and we were slime slats, snaky, wearing green, but like we wasn't really organized. Now, I gotta say, on the one hand, I kind of see where he comes from, because it's kind of like, we ain't no...
So Gunna just, because I remember when they asked Gunna in the courtroom, right? There's a whole lot of people that still sticking on Gunna as a snitch. If Woody just say that YSL is not a gang organization, it's just a bunch of homies coming together to just do whatever the hell they want to do when they want to and however they want to, and it's just one big happy family, just random homies just doing whatever, then that's not a gang. A gang, you got that kingpin on the top. Then he got his minions, his soldiers. They're gonna do whatever he tells them to do, and they got their own soldiers. That is like a pyramid tree. That's a gang, a pyramid tree. They start at the bottom. There's all the minions, the people that can't really get to the top, and then you got the people that there's always that one person, that individual that's in that minion that climbs to the kingpin and stays as the right hand or the left hand or just in the middleman hand. That is how the gang operation, like, bro, we've all watched American Gangster, The Godfather, what's it called, Scarface. Those people were in gangs. That's how they started from the bottom to the top. That's an example of gangs. So for Little Woody to say that, oh, YSL was never a gang, I feel like Gunna's lawyer told Gunna, hey, these people really think that YSL is a gang. I think it's best for you to just say, hey, it's a gang, even though y'all know it's not. Because it's really not. So when Gunna was like, yes, YSL is a gang, they said, can you say that for us? He just said it so that he could just get his plea over with and get the hell out. But really, he already knows it's not a gang. And I think that's what Young Thug is really mad about. But you got to understand, bro. He did his plea to just get out and lie to them. Because really, it's not a gang. It's not.
Gang, that's not a gang. But then in the eyes of the law, like, if you just a whole bunch of crash outs committing crimes, doing a whole bunch of things, it's like there's organized crime, like the mafia of the old time. And I feel like there is almost like disorganized crime where it's like, look, you guys are just all wearing the same color and you're all basically on. We break the law, and if we see them guys, it's on. But we don't really organize. We're not really we're not embezzling. We're not, we haven't got gas station extortion scams going on. We just all wear green. We got slat tatted on our fingers. Every time we kill someone, we do that, and that's it. But like, if we see them guys, it's on, and we're gonna leave bodies in the street. Like, in the eyes of the RICO, you a gang. But as far as what Woody's saying, I feel like that's really interesting. He's saying, look, we was not a gang. We was just crashing. Like, we just did whatever. There was no leader. Yeah, it's King Slime, Young Thug's we defended everything for Young Thug's sake. But it's like, we was just causing chaos. We were just causing mayhem in the streets. And we was all wearing green and we was banging slap. I feel like that's just a really interesting distinction and thing for him to point out. And this is the kind of nuance that I feel like someone like Woody, that's why it's important for him to do these interviews. And I feel like anyone from the streets, like, yeah, you can hate him and call him a rat, but I feel like he's actually really been through it and he got more perspective. Like, he got more perspective on this stuff than Thug. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like to a certain degree, I think young Thug was probably so separated and so far removed, and he was probably strung out on the drugs that he probably didn't. This is probably one of the most generous things I could say for Thug is I feel like Thug probably didn't, and he said this actually when he apologized at the end of the trial. I feel like he probably, as he said in his little closing speech, he didn't realize the influence that he had. He probably didn't realize the weight that his name carried. He knew that he had these crash outs willing to do whatever he wanted, but he probably didn't realize like when he says something's about to go down in the streets, or if he disses somebody, if he puts it onto somebody, he's maybe not even realizing how deadly these things are going to get. And that's why Woody is getting so upset in his own live stream where he's talking about, bro, you're jumping in the booth, making songs, dissing people. And you're not realizing like, that's really, I've got to frontline that. Someone might try and kill us because someone might try and kill you because someone might try and kill me. I've got to retaliate. We got to do all of this stuff. We got to protect this empire. And it's like, that's actually making so much sense. And I feel like that's actually some of the bail that I feel like I can give Thug, where it's like, he probably didn't even realize how much pain that he was causing. And I feel like, you know what? That's probably why it actually is right that he could piece it up with Lucci, because it's kind of like, these guys probably like, whoa, like, we ain't even realized how, like, I feel like there's almost this impression like Thug probably didn't see that Rico coming. And it was just like, gang, like, what the hell? It's a load of nonsense. But it's like, it's not a load of nonsense when it's like, you a bunch of crash outs, you're wearing the same color and you're damaging the community. You not even realizing you damaging the community. And that's why I actually do have some...
That's the problem. It's like the Crips and the Blood. You running around the streets of California, shooting at each other, and they catch all 5 of y'all and put y'all in the room, individually questioning all y'all, just to come find out y'all crash outs. Y'all ain't even part of the gang, doing gang organization crimes. But guess what? Since y'all wear the same color and y'all was in the same place when everything went down, bing, bang, bing, boy, you part of the gang. They're not going to tell the police of Carolina and say, hey, you was over here in Chicago shooting the police in Chicago, and the Chicago police were shooting y'all. Y'all have different colors of clothes, but guess what? Every badge name is over here saying Cleveland. Not Cleveland, Carolina. Other ones that say Chicago. Guess what? You're part of the gang. You're part of the gang. They gotta be careful, man. They can't be doing this and talking about, we're not a gang, bro. In the eyes of the law, how he just said, you wearing the same color, y'all crashing out, causing so much pain in the streets, boom, boom, boom. You're a gang. If they were wearing different colors, it would be a whole different story. They can't really tie them down together. They just can't.
Respect for Thug, despite all of the stuff that's been said, and you know, me calling him a hypocrite, which I do think he was a hypocrite with Gunna. I think if the button is still there, he can still press that green button and forgive Gunna. And I feel like it would. I want Thug to, like. I don't think Thug would even realize how much his image would be rehabilitated if he apologized to Gunna, if he pieced it up with Gunna. I mean, he's doing it with Lucci, for God's sake. I don't think, just like he probably didn't realize that talking all this shit on the microphone was creating deadly situations for Woody, I don't think he realizes that, like, just let go of all this calling everybody a rat stuff. That's damaging the community too. Like, just let it go. We're gonna get back to music. He can have some of his old friends back. So I just feel like this interview, like, it really just conjures up a lot of deep feelings.
Thug is a successful man that made it out of his environment. And everybody said, oh, I'm running behind his bandwagon. So this is what it was. First of all, how the hell is this game if there's no loyalty being held amongst each other? Mm-hmm. We all talking about slamming and stealing and robbing and killing each other. So how we a game? We can't even trust each other.
Facts.
So
you feel me? So, you know, like I say, man, it's a process that we went through. We overcame. God is so good. You know, we learning from it. You know, Thug gonna shake back one of these days. I hope. And I pray for him. I pray for him. I pray for Slug. I pray for everybody. Because Thug ain't the only one on this case. See, I watched this what a lot of people did. They just made it about Thug. You had a little 17-year-old, 18-year-old Lil Rod. Young man had a life sentence already. If he
Lil Woody, Thug kind of made it seem like it was about him, though. You know how many things they were saying that Thug did this, Thug did that, or Thug is mad at this person, Thug is mad at that person. He low-key kind of did that. That's like how my mother said. It takes two to tangle, man. So here's the thing, bro. If there was a story right here, he should have never stepped his foot in the water, saying, "Oh, my shoes is dirty. Let me try to clean it off in this water." Now that water dirty, he complaining that the water unsanitized his shoes. But you decided to step your foot in there. Ain't nobody tell you to step your foot in there. You wanted to. So you can't say that everybody was putting on Young Thug. No, Young Thug put himself in situations he didn't need to be in. He didn't like the water in the pond. He didn't need to go there. He decided to go there. Like what?
Life, why y'all dragging him in this trial? You know what I'm saying? And then for those who went to jail, they don't even exist.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a lesson learned.
Man, we can do this shit all night with it. I think, man, once again.
Man, shout out to Woody, man, because I feel like Woody is just, he keeps it so real. He doesn't hold his tongue. He'll say the uncomfortable stuff that other people are scared to say, man. I do actually really respect Woody. Okay. And for all the disrespect, gonna rap, slug a rat, Woody, like, bro, like, Woody a stand-up dude. Woody like a... I'm not going on no drills with Woody, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to go on no drills with Woody, but I feel like he actually is like a deep, just a straight-up dude. And he keeps it real, and I feel like all these interviews and these live streams he's been doing, he's been really cutting through the noise, keeping it real, and he's still praying for Thug. He probably knows better than Thug how this whole situation was going to play out, you know? And I feel like he was put in some really uncomfortable situations, and he was kind of sold out a few times. And it's, as he said himself, like, we was a gang, but we was YSL, we was a slime gang, a bunch of snakes that were all backstabbing each other, bro. Like, you all calling yourselves snakes. So how are you mad that this guy ended up snaking you and taking the stand, you know? And then, you know, by the grace of God, his testimony was so bad, and it all mixed up the trial so much that you ended up being able to strike a really, really good deal, and the prosecutors could save their skin. So shout out to Woody, man. I would actually love to sit down and have an interview with Woody. You know, just like how I had a conversation with 6ix9ine. I feel like me and Woody sitting down.
Man, you and 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine ranted, and I didn't watch your interview with 6ix9ine, but I've seen, like, the title, and it says 6ix9ine, this is Lil Durk ongoing. And I'm like, bro, you're still potentially out here living. Any one of the people you put in jail, they could have had a family member to hunt you down and murk you. Now see what happened to you in LA Fitness, huh? 6ix9ine. Them folks came. They wrapped that boy in the head, threw that boy in the ground in the bathroom, and were beating him, bro. Bro was screaming in the bathroom. Bro, you can't, bro. What I'm trying to tell you, 6ix9ine, and this is sidetrack from what we're reacting to, 6ix9ine. You can't play with Lil Durk. You know you can't play with NBA Youngboy. You know that already. So you haven't started over the line for that one. But Lil Durk, come on, bro. You gotta be a little smarter than that, bro. Come on, buddy. You gotta be smarter than that. You know what he would do to you? Bro was was a prisoner in jail. In confinement, I'll just say confinement. It's either one, prison or jail. He was put in confinement for murder for hire. Bro, the fact that he was in there for murder for hire, you should be scared. He could plot on you to just say, oh, what's your ETA to some random person. They figure it out, they come murk you. What you gonna do then? You can't run like in LA Fitness. You just can't. They might have you in a corner and play with you. Swear. So, this whole thing with Lucci, Young Thug, Lil Woody, and Gunna. Lil Woody is 100% right. If Young Thug could apologize and make up with Lucci, he should do the same thing with Gunna. Gunna will welcome him with open arms. Gunna even said it in his last album. Not the last album for him to make of his career, but he said it last one. Why don't we just make up and stop play fighting? I don't know if it's the exact words he said, but he literally said, quit all with it. We should just come back to that. For real. If y'all do that, YSL. The one where you guys did Quarantine Clean. Woo, boy. It was hard. The one that y'all did with I don't know, Three-Headed Snakes. Oh, boy, that was hard. Like, bruh. I'm trying to remember other songs. I know there's one y'all did together. Not hot. Trying to remember, man. I can't remember. But man, everything was hot. You gotta start thinking, bro. Like, I don't know. Some people like your new album. I personally did not listen to it. I say it's time. It's time. If Lil Woody's talking about it and he wants everything to come back together because he misses those times, it's time, bro. Come back and fix what you broke. For real. Come back. Apologize. Do everything you need to do. And everything shall be good. Potentials. If you're new, subscribe. Sneaky Game Potentials. Like the video? Yes. Like the video. Comment down below what you think of this video. Also, share to whoever. Family, friends, brothers and sisters, cousins and nieces and nephews. Exes that you had in the past and exes that we hope you don't ever have in the present or the near future. Because remember, we pray for success. Also, it's your boy Sneakywesti or Sneakywesti, however you want to say it. We both appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming at the end of this video and watching the video. And thank you, Sneaky Game Potentials. I appreciate y'all so much, man. We is gonna keep going. We gonna keep riding out, and we gonna keep popping. There's no stopping. I told y'all, we got the Wi-Fi now. There's no stopping, boy. That's every day. Every day. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Don't listen to no macaroni and say, like, hey, it sound like this. I'm just saying, I said too much. But hey, I'll see y'all later in the next reaction video. Peace. Man, I hope they don't think about that one. They're gonna get to their head talking about this guy talking about clapping. Nothing. That's all I'm saying.
I've been blowing through the money like it growing trees. I've been fucking on a French bitch, c'est la vie. I just put them on a jet, now they all Italian. Way I'm dressed until I've been to $1,000. This bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she still